When I was a kid, I was very allergic to books. I did not like reading at all. But somewhere down the line, when I was still in school, I saw a lot of my friends, a lot of my seniors, a lot of my course mates, classmates, teachers reading a lot of books. And that is when I got interested in this entire idea of why are they doing so much reading? क्यों इतना पढ़ रहे हैं? क्या पढ़ रहे हैं? Because I had never read fiction, non-fiction kinds of books. I had never been interested in them. But when I started reading fiction as well as non-fiction books, I realized their importance. तीन major मुझे फायदे हुए and I can see those advantages, those positive impacts on people who read books regularly. और उनके कैरेक्टर में वो कहीं ना कहीं रिफ्लेक्ट होता है. Number one is when you read, then it helps you to slow down. It forces you so much that you start slowing down as a compulsion, and then it becomes interesting, it becomes a hobby. The hobby to slow down and think about something before reacting or responding. And then that becomes a part of your character, that becomes a part of your personality. And that is a very important aspect, especially today, especially in the age where everything is running so fast, including news, including events. Everything is changing all the time. In this scenario, if you can be a little slow in terms of your response, in terms of how you view something, analyze it, and then react to it, then it automatically will help you to be more rational about your decisions, to be more uh, responsible, responsive as well as responsible about your actions. And that is what books teach you. That is what books, by their very character, force you to do. It forces you to slow down your life, to slow down your thinking, to slow down your reactions, and to make it more rational, make it more logical in nature. So, that is one major aspect or trait that I keep learning from books, book after book after book. And that is something that I love very much. And I wish that the students who are watching this also realize the importance of slowing down in your life. The second major positive impact that books can have on your life is that they force you, again, they're forcing you to do a lot of things by their very character. They force you and they also help you to understand the importance of focus in your life. And this is especially important in today's world because of social media. We have lost the understanding of focus. We don't even know, a lot of students don't even know right now, a lot of young people don't even know what it means to be focused on something. They have to, be told by someone and then experience it on their own deliberately to understand, okay, this is what focus used to be, or this is what focus is, and I never knew about it. Books are something that you need focus to be able to understand them, to be able to get deeper into the idea that the author is trying to tell you. And that requires a lot of focus. That requires a lot of single thinking, thinking in a straight line. That is what books teach you. It teaches you to stay in focus. And whenever you're going out of that focus area, getting distracted, they also help you to come back to that focus area. The third major thing that books have taught me, and I know that a lot of people who read books also learn that simultaneously, automatically, is an ability to understand themselves and be able to understand others better. Because by reading fiction, non fiction, different kinds of books, different kinds of characters in those books, you try to get a knack of how do you understand other people, how do you understand yourself better, how do you figure out how to understand someone else better, how to figure out how to understand yourself better. So when you start doing that by reading about other people, by reading about others lives, different situations, you automatically start to copy the same thing, and then it becomes a part of your personality. So it helps you get more clarity about your own character and also about the character of other people around you. So these are the three major positive impacts that books have had in my life. I also want to talk about very briefly 4 or 5 major books that have had a deep impact over me over a period of time. That there are a lot of other books as well, but these are the books that I could remember. So these 4 or 5 books I'm going to list down. You can also go out and read them. It'll help you, uh, uh, just get a list of the books that you know that might be more helpful to you. And I will also explain to you how these books have helped me build my character and how they keep helping me even now build my character even more, refine my character even more, change my character, try to understand my own flaws, and then try to overcome those flaws as well. The first one is by Fyodor Dostoevsky, a Russian writer. I have read 2 or 3 books by this writer, but I probably did not understand much about what he was trying to say when he was writing different books. I could understand the storyline, but I could not get deeper into the characters. But with this book called as The Idiot, I understood what the author was trying to say, or what message the author was trying to send across through these characters. It was very clear to me when I was reading this book. The name of the book is The Idiot. It's about a person who is very empathetic towards other people around him. He has a very good understanding of people. He can judge people very well. He can see through people's faces their character very clearly. He has that knack, he has that skill. And all of that is because he's very empathetic towards living beings around him, not just humans, but also animals. He is called the idiot many a times in the book just because of this trait, because other people can't have it. Other people are too violent and aggressive and shallow to be able to understand what he is seeing. Now, that left a deep impact on me as a person because I feel that we live in a society where we are also not very empathetic towards people around us. To give you an example, कुछ दिन पहले एक मैंने वीडियो डाली थी उसमें एक स्टूडेंट ने लिखा था that I don't have one eye. How, what kind of impact will it have on my application or on my selection of RBI? And there were some students who were making fun of that person. Now it's okay to do that. There's nothing grossly wrong. If they're deliberately doing it like Somerana, it's okay just for having fun, just for making it light. But if I don't know because they're writing it out there, I've never seen those people, I've never met those students. But if they lack empathy, if they lack an understanding of what it is to live with one eye, not to have one eye, to live with it on a day to day basis, to face that reality daily, if they can't understand that, if they can't feel that, then it will have a deep impact on their future, on their ability to understand other people. So, on a regular basis, we lack empathy because of the society we are living in, which is too violent, too aggressive, too vocal about everything that is happening in their life, which often results in lack of understanding of other people and understanding of yourself, which is basically empathy only. Okay. So I would highly recommend reading this book. It's a fiction. It's a story based on a storyline. The author does not directly talk about empathy, but through characters, he tries to bring out the topic of empathy or understanding of other humans around you. That has had a very deep impact on me as a person. The second book, and this one I read recently only, the name of the book, it is very different than what I normally read. The name of the book is The Unending Game. It's by Vikram Sood. He is former Rochi Fund of India. I came to know about this book when the India-Pakistan tussle was going on, very obvious. And like a lot of other people, I was also interested in finding out more about what's happening and why are these things happening. And I listened to this gentleman, this person, and I really liked how he was talking, what kind of messages he was sending, what kind of discussions he was involved in. And I thought, let's see if he has written any book. Found this book, loved it. What it taught me was an understanding of a different kind of word that exists that either we are not aware about at all or we choose to ignore. A word which is more dangerous, which is very different, which is very unpredictable, the intelligence word. The fact that it exists, it is around us all the time, it is around me all the time. If I want, I can also be a part of that word. That is the beauty of being a human. You can change your life immediately the way you want. I have that flexibility of going out there and doing that. Now, it's a choice and an understanding of myself whether I can do it better, good in a good manner, or do I want to be a part of that word or not. So it helped me to understand that there are different kinds of societies, different kinds of words that exist on our earth. And the problem that we as humans face right now, or get into deliberately right now, is we choose a certain kind of word and then we stick with it for our whole life. And at the end, when we're 60, 70, 80, we realize we just did not experience different kinds of words that were right there in front of us to experience, but we were too scared to go out and experience those. And it does not often require a lot of effort or a lot of time to be able to experience those different kinds of words. It just requires a will to be able to do it. Okay. Where there is a will, there is a way. Very obvious saying. This book taught me that. It certainly talked about intelligence and taught me a lot about the word of intelligence as well. But this was one thing that I learned the most, that there are different kinds of words. And if I want, I can go and experience those, whatever word I want to be a part of, other than my own word that I have created around me. Let's come to the third one. And again, something that I've read recently, and I'm certainly going to read more from this guy. Freedom from Known is the name of this book. You might have heard about this gentleman, Jiddu Krishnamurti. He is his videos, Krishnamurti. His videos are active on YouTube. He's no more, but his ideology stays alive. And when I started reading this book, I did not understand the title, Freedom from Known. But when I finished it, I came to know, okay, this is what he was talking about. Halfway down the book, I could start understanding the title itself. So it's about understanding that, again, we are living in a world which is full of our own biases, which is full of our own perspective towards things, and that is the known part. हम जिस जिंदगी में जीना शुरू कर देते हैं, हमको उसकी आदत हो जाती है और हमें वो समझ भी आने लगता है. So we keep living in that only. But what it does is it limits us. It limits our capabilities. It limits our thought process. It limits our understanding of the world as a whole. It limits our understanding of other living creatures around us. And if a person can have freedom from this known, from these biases, from these beliefs, from these ways of life that we have created for ourselves, if we can create a structure of how to be free from these known aspects, then we can be limitless. Then we can learn a lot more about life. Then we can go deeper into life. जो हम meditation, Buddhism में देखते हैं और समझ नहीं पाते हैं. He's tried to explain all of that through this book, and he's done a very good job at explaining all of that through his writing. It's a difficult book to understand and grasp and then to remember. It's not easy. Even I feel the need of reading it again because I know I will get a lot more when I read it again and again and again. This is one of those books that you can read 100 times, and जब आप 101 बार पढ़ रहे होगे तब भी कुछ नया मिलेगा, because it's philosophy, pure philosophy. So this is a book that has helped me understand myself better, helped me build additional layer of character in my own character, and I think it can help you as well. Okay. Okay, two more books, non-fiction now. Freedom at Midnight by Dominique Lapierre. You must have heard about Ramchandra Guha, famous Indian historian, journalist, historian, whatever you call. Similarly, we have Dominique Lapierre, who is also a historian, and he wrote two major uh, books, or two very popular books. Freedom at Midnight was one on India, and there was Jerusalem on Israel. I have not had a chance to read the other one. I still have that book, but I do not have the guts to pick it up because I don't know the in-depth history of Israel, and that's why I am a little shy of going there. But this about history of India. कि इंडिया किस तरह से पार्टीशन से बाहर आया, किस तरह से उस क्राइसिस में फंसा सबसे पहले, क्या एग्जैक्टली फेस किया इंडिया ने, और फिर किस तरह से उससे बाहर निकला. The entire history, the entire story, the intensity of that is brought about in this book very well. की डेप्थ तक जाके दिखाया है. 150-200 पेज का तो बस डिस्क्रिप्शन है कि जब पार्टीशन हुआ तो लोग किस तरह से इंडिया से पाकिस्तान गए, पाकिस्तान से इंडिया आए, और उस पूरे प्रोसेस में कितनी मारकाट हुई, कितना ज़्यादा वायलेंस हुआ, उसको डिस्क्राइब करने के लिए ही 200 पेज लिख डाले. तो आपको पता लगता है कि कितना ज़्यादा वायलेंस लोगों ने उस समय पर फेस किया, जो हम नॉर्मली भूल जाते हैं या फिर याद भी रखते हैं. तो वी कीप रिपीटिंग द सेम थिंग बाय फाइटिंग अबाउट स्मॉल पीस ऑफ लैंड. पाकिस्तान इज सेइंग वन थिंग, इंडिया इज सेइंग वन थिंग, एंड वी नॉट एबल टू कम टू टर्म्स विद इट, नॉट रियलाइजिंग कि आज से 70-80 साल पहले तो वी यूज टू बी वन नेशन ओनली. तो इतनी छोटी सी बात पे हम आज तक लड़ रहे हैं. सो द इंटेंसिटी ऑफ दैट violence, that crisis, is brought about very well by Dominique Lapierre. The kind of contributions that Jawaharlal Nehru had, the kind of problems they faced when they overnight, from freedom fighters they became leaders of the nation, and they did not know how to lead. Nobody had taught them. They did not understand how to run an administration. किसी ने सिखाया नहीं था इतना बड़ा administration कभी run करना. They just knew how to fight the Britishers. So that also has been brought about very well. And how did they learn so fast? How did they tackle the crisis? Whether it is Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Patel, the kind of roles that they have played in the freedom of India and what happened after freedom. Okay. Amazing book, amazing history book. I believe everybody should be reading it at least once in their lifetime. And the last one is, I read it, I think, about a year back. The name of the book is The Deficit Myth. It's by Stephanie Kelton. Now, this is on economics. Stephanie Kelton. This is one side. That is the beauty of economics, because it's so behavioral and psychological in nature. So there can be multiple opposite sides as well. This is on modern monetary theory, a theory which says that deficit does not matter. Deficit has no real value. तो अगर कोई देश चाहे तो अपना deficit overnight zero कर सकता है. Therefore, there is no point in talking about deficit and in being overly stuck on deficit. That is what Stephanie Kelton tries to bring about and prove in the entire book. And she also explains why and how deficit does not really matter. It is just an artificial made up number which leaders use to confuse the people. It has no impact on the lives of the people. It has no impact on economics whatsoever, according to her. There's a counter argument also, which runs completely opposite to it. It helped me understand economics better as a subject, and also in understanding that I might have a point of view which is opposite to the author that I'm reading, and how to put across my own point of view which is opposite to the author's, and how to actually prove that point of view, even if it is in my own mind, how to do that. तो ये 4-5 बुक्स हैं जो मुझे लगता है कैन हेल्प यू बिल्ड योर कैरेक्टर इन द नेक्स्ट 6-7 months और अ ईयर. स्पेंड टाइम ऑन देम. दिन में आधा घंटा निकालना चाहिए किताबें पढ़ने के लिए, और ज़रूरी नहीं है हमेशा कोर्स बुक्स ही पढ़ते रहो. फिक्शन एज वेल एज नॉन फिक्शन, दे टीच यू अ लॉट. So you should be trying to inculcate and integrate books in your life. जो थोड़ा बहुत रील्स का टाइम लगा रहे हो, यूट्यूब को पे टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे हो या स्पेंड कर रहे हो, try to find a little bit of that time and separate it out, spend it on books. You will start seeing a difference in your aura, in your character, in all those things in a very short span of time. Okay, that's all from my side for this session. Keep studying hard. All the best. Bye bye.